What's going on, guys? So this is going to be a tutorial about making a blade, guidelines and everything for making your blade good, awesome, and amazing. So these are the things you should know. If you like the information I'm about to give you, consider giving it the video a thumbs up and then comment down below. It helps me reach other people, and hopefully we can reach a lot of the newer players so that they can also be able to, get this information as well. And it helps me reach other people just so that we can grow our community. So let's start off with the basics. We're gonna start off with the stats. All right, if you press H, it'll show you everything about your character. Now, the things that we're gonna be focusing on is attack, crit, which is your critical, your crit hits, your crit damage, and attack speed. Those are the only things blades really focus on. Sometimes you can just ignore attack speed because we want big damage, we want to be attacking. The thing about a blade is we're going to be doing 1v1 combat. That's pretty much it. In rare cases, maybe AoE, but that's for a later video. So let's go ahead and get into what weapons we'll be using. We'll be using swords and axes. The reason why we're talking about blades and not, mercenaries, because that's the path that we're gonna go. So after you go into a mercenary and you hit 60, you either choose a knight or blade. We're gonna go with the blade. So thing about it is we're focusing on those stats. So as far as weapons, every weapon that gives us crit chance, that gives us crit damage, a lot of the green weapons give you crit chance and increased crit damage. That's what you want to focus on. You don't really need to focus on the base stat of the weapon or anything like that. Just know two things. Swords are faster, axes are a normal speed. Usually axes have some really decent effects, and sometimes their base damage is a little bit heavier, but it doesn't really matter because our attack speed is going to be going on, it is going to be carrying us through. Now, I know we focus on attack speed, but we're not going to be putting that in the stat. So the stat that we will be focusing on is strength. The strength stat is pretty much it. You want to dump it all into strength. Now, some people do a little bit of dex. They do 50 dex, rest strength or whatnot. That's fine, that's okay. But as you level up, your base stat for dex will get you up there. When you get into like the hundreds or whatnot, your dex, your attack speed doesn't get any faster. It really doesn't. So once you hit 100, you're pretty much there. You don't need that extra attack speed. Whether you're trying to get, the crit factor going or whatnot. Well, if you're going crit, you want more base damage and you want more damage up front, which is why strength stat is just much better, and you get other things that help you get attack speed. So that's why some weapons will give you attack speed, or you could just get attack speed from some of the other things off to the side. Maybe it gives you 1% or 2%, but your base attack speed will definitely be coming just by being a higher level. So throw everything into strength, and there you go. So now that we know what stat we're working with, we're gonna be focusing on what are the other things that we need to help benefit that. So we already talked about increased crit damage and crit chance. Those are the fine tunings. Those are what's gonna make our character reach a little bit more damage things, because we don't have a shield. So which means our defense is gonna be hella low, besides our base stat defense and what we get from our gear and all that. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be killing things a lot faster than they can kill us. Pretty much in the 1v1 game, that's why we can fight higher things, because we're going to be smacking them hard as crap. So whenever you're making a weapon that's maybe, it's not a green or something like that, or you have a green and you want to make it better, you want to roll with your awakens when you're going to awaken a weapon, or that shield, or awaken your armor and gear. You want to give it, one of these things. You want to at least get some strength back. Okay, want to at least get some strength. You want to at least get some increased crit damage because you're going to be trying for crit as much as possible. You want increased crit chance, okay? Now, attack speed is a-okay if it's an add-on, but try to go for the damage instead. Just try to get as much, you know, increased crit damage and crit chance as possible. Your strength, you could get strength from some other avenues. So now let's talk about what sets you're gonna need, all right? When you're going up to 60, it doesn't really matter what you're rocking, because you're gonna be, you know, farming, leveling, get your things going. And then once you get to 60, the game changes. The whole thing changes. Now you gotta focus on your set. So the set that you want for a basic build, nice, decent, clean, that everyone wants once they get to 60, is you want what is called the recon set. A recon helmet, the recon, all of that. You can get that from fighting the giants in Darkon 1 and 2. So just fight those giants, you'll find them. You'll fight the drill, you'll fight the, you'll fight the Steamwalker, you'll fight the Steel Knight. And then after you fight those, then go ahead and look for, I'm gonna go ahead to Garden Rises, or Garden Rises, whatever it's called. And then fight the giant trickster, the giant clown. Once you beat that one, you'll have your full set. You'll be good to go. You'll be amazing setup. Because now, why do we want those? Why do we want those? All right, so it gives you, if you see right here, it's grayed out, but let me go ahead and read it for you anyway. It gives you plus 15 HP, so you can take a little bit more hits. It gives you attack speed, and it also gives you 20% attack speed, which is amazing. And then it gives you 20% crit chance when you have the full set. That's bomb diggity. That's what you want. You're gonna ride that out all the way to 90, okay? Don't take that set off. It gives you all the perfect stats. Buff it as much as you want. Heck, get it to plus 10 if you want on every single one of them. So the weapons that you get, I would like for you to go for, you can go for, there are other ones. There's like the Dolphin Axe. My favorite is the Dolphin Axe, but there's like the Dolphin Axe, and there's like some of the other cool looking axes. But when you're getting into your swords or your weapons, the best ones I can guarantee tell you is the Guardian Sword. Guardian weapons are amazing, but the Guardian Sword, for me personally, because it's a sword and it's faster at the lower level, you're trying to swing as much as you can. It's very fast, as you see right there, it says very fast. And it gives you plus 7% crit chance, which is great. It gives you plus 10% crit damage increase. Now, what makes that even better? What makes that just the ice on the cake? Not only do you get 2 of those, but now you can go ahead and get the crit damage increase from doing the awakenings. So you want to awaken both of them, try to get as much as you can. When I awoken it, I got plus 8 strength, additional crit chance, crit damage. It's flawless. It's flawless. It's amazing. That's what you want. You want that extra, and then you can put in you can add cards to it to give you, add cards to it to give it better stats. Speaking of cards, what cards will you be using? Now, I love adding things to weapons and making a boss weapon and making a cool weapon and stuff like that. I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things. Now, fire cards are your best friend. There definitely are, because they give you plus 4 to your strength, plus 4 to your strength, and plus 1 crit damage, plus 1% critical damage. So you get some strength stat in there. You get a little bit of extra damage when you crit. It's comes together perfectly. You can put, I believe you can put 10 on one. So if you put them on both, because you get a lot of them. So that's the thing about it. You just gotta go get it pierced. Go to Peach, go get it pierced, and then whenever it's a successful pierce, you can just add the card on there and it'll 100% be risk-free after your thing is pierced. The piercing action is the only thing that's a little bit, that you have to make sure is successful. So buy a scroll to protect it, and then There you go. You added that extra stat. Now, you can do the same thing with your chest, but you want to get more. You can either go with life or whatnot. The thing about investing into your set, it takes a lot of money. It takes a decent amount of money. But I would guarantee say, if you're really focused on, you know, making your set, sometimes I like to increase everything I can. So if you're gonna do that, definitely go with the fire. You can go with the, I think there's a wind one. Yeah, here it is, the wind right here. It gives you, it gives you some, no, this is not it. There's one that gives you dexed. You can go with it. Yeah, it's the electric one. It gives you a little bit of dex, crit damage. You could go with that route. I would definitely say not, because you'll be fine with the strength stat. You abuse the strength stat as much as possible. It goes with your kit. Just roll with your strength. All right, you can use dex if you don't have any of those cards. That's a good supplement, but either or, it doesn't really make too big of a difference. Now, let's talk about getting the chains on, getting the swag, CJ Baller, getting the swag. You want to ball out, you want to look good, you want to have all of your accessories up to par. So when you're talking about getting yourself ready with accessories, it's a trap. The reason why I say the accessories are a trap is because not all of them are good. Let's get this out of the way. Not all of them are good, but there are a few that are definitely good for you. So let's go with it. We're gonna go with the Demal earrings. Those give you straight up damage. Straight up damage, that's all you want. You're gonna be attacking very, very fast. 35 racks up really, really fast. Plus it gets into your crit, so whenever you crit, you hit that much harder. So it flows with you. It works amazingly. All right. So you want to get 2 of those bad boys. All right. If it's 5, it's 35. If it's at 7, it's 48. You know, get them as high as you can. Those are gonna be your best friends for life. All right. Now, the necklaces for all of the necklaces are pretty garbage on Flyff. I don't know why. I think they need to make a better one. I think the necklaces should be able to be awoken. That would make it a little bit better, right? You can at least get somewhat of an extra stat, but I'll talk about that in another video. So you want to get the Gore necklace. Now, the reason why I say get it is because 190, because you just plus it straight up to 3. 190 is okay health. It's just okay. It may be a drop in a bucket, but when you're talking about a battle of seconds, any little bit of chip that you can, any little bit of extra that you can will just serve you right. So definitely take that. Now, you want to get 2 rings. Vigor rings are your best friend. At 15, it becomes 21. At 15, it becomes 21 strength. You use as much strength as you can fit into there. Get 2 of these. Get 2 of these. They'll carry you far. I promise you. I promise you. Now let's talk about food. Let's just bring it back a little bit. Let's talk about some of the foods. So, or consumables. Because I mean, you can't eat an upcut stone. I tried. So, upcut stones, they increase your damage. Increase your power. Anything that increases your power. Upcut stones, chocolate. So you can go and buy these, you know, from other players. You want to use those. That's pretty much anything that pretty much gives you strength. That's pretty much it. You just want as much strength. The power cards, whichever ones. Those that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what you want. The pet that you want to use is the tiger. The tiger. What is it? A cage, whatever. Yeah, it's a tiger. So you want to use the tiger. The tiger's gonna be there for giving you extra damage. It gives you, what is that, S class? It gives you plus 22 strength. That's great. That's really good. And then just think about sunstones. Upgrade everything. Upgrade everything. Upgrade everything. You got extra cash? Upgrade everything. You want to be able to last as long as possible. Upgrade everything to 3. You should just be using these as soon as you get a new piece of gear that you need. Upgrade it. upgrade it. That's pretty much it. There's not really much I can say about Blade. It's very simple, very upfront, and helps a ton. It's really good. You can take a blade and go almost anywhere. So thanks so much for jamming out. One last thing I only can say, use your skills properly. That's it. I'm only gonna name the skills you're gonna be using. So Berserk, Blazing Sword, Smite Axe, Axe Mastery, Sword Mastery, Empower Weapon. So empower your weapon, you just got to put an elemental card on it. You know, elements, fire beats whatever the heck fire beats, water beats whatever the heck water beats, and all of that. You don't have to counter build every single time, but just put your favorite thing on there. Put fire on there and go have a ball. All right, you're only gonna use protection whenever it's necessary. So thanks so much for jamming out. You guys, please be safe and careful. If I missed something, definitely let me know. Please be safe and careful. Have an awesome time. I'll check you guys later with another video.